All right, so in today's video, we're gonna be building our backyard park, guys. This is gonna be so sick. So this is gonna be a multiple part series. Today is about building it, clearing it out, kind of feeling the flow of how everything is gonna go. So I need something from you. Well, actually two things. One, what should we name our backyard park? And two, what kind of feature should we put in here? There's so much we could do. So much. At any point you're digging the content, give it a thumbs up and let's get started. Last year we ended up using this little hillside right here to do our drop-in, and it worked out really well, but this giant pile of wood was super gnarly. It's not a big deal if you have a lot of snow and it's stacked up to here, but if we're trying to build something a little earlier in the season, we need to figure out exactly where we're going, what the path is, because ideally we want to be hitting this thing when there's like 6, 8, 10 inches of snow and not 6, 8, 10 feet of snow. So we're gonna be clearing out, I think, Max, I think we should move some stuff here and take out some of this stuff, or we might have to go explore and see if there's something lower. So let us brainstorm, and we're gonna walk around for a hot second and figure this out. What we ended up doing last year was there was a giant pile of snow right here as a drop-in, and then we used this area back here to do our tricks. So this actually might be a really good area. I think we should go move some logs and stuff out of the way, and then also maybe we should pile up some logs and debris over here so when it snows we already have a run-in or a ramp before it snows. It could be really sick. I kind of like that. So we're gonna have to put in some work, guys. I'm kind of excited about this. So what time lapse you maybe. All right, guys, so what we're doing is we're just clearing out all the stuff. And you may be asking, why didn't we do this earlier? Good point. We got snow, we got excited. We're like, we need to be doing this. So we're clearing it out. And now what I'm doing right now is taking my shovel and I'm piercing the snow. And then you can feel if there's any sticks or anything underneath that may be a rock, versus trying to just literally shovel this whole place away. It may end up melting, but at least we got an advantage, like a head start. If it doesn't melt, at least we got a head start. So we're just trying to go through, clean it up. The last thing I want to do is fall and get pierced by a stick in the rib, in the jaw, in the back, whatever it is. So we're trying to make this as safe as possible for what we have. And then there was like a giant tree in the landing. We just moved it over a little bit, just clearing the area out. So we're gonna continue to do that. And then we'd like to take a bunch of logs, a pile of logs, and make a temporary or like a kind of a quick fix little drop in. So when we get snow, it's pretty sick, but it's not this elaborate thing. That's the whole goal. All right, well, we're gonna keep chipping along. What'd you find there?
A wand.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty radical.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So it would have been at least 1,000 times easier if we did this without snow. We'll see. Now, as far as a drop-in, this is what we have so far. All we gotta do is pile up some more wood, get it stacked up, and then we're gonna be able to have a big enough run-in to be able to hit a feature kind of just where Max is, just behind him just a little bit, so a little bit further. And then when you drop in, you're gonna have maybe 2 to 3 setup turns, and then you're gonna have to get your board straight or flat base, or depending on what trick you do, you're gonna have to adjust, but 2 to 3 setup turns and then hit it. Now, if we don't build this high enough, we may not be able to get any setup turns. The goal is really to have a couple setup turns so you can get on the right edge, manage your body positions, and just feel good. Going into a trick just straight flat base is really challenging. I'm not used to it. It is really hard, but we're trying to design this as good as we can now without making a ginormous construction site type of thing. We're just keeping it mellow, you know, backyard style for sure. So we have a whole bunch of piles just outside of my house. So I think I'm gonna take a little bit from the piles and just pile them up somewhere else. It's still gonna be a pile, just somewhere different. then that's gonna be my next mission. Good opportunity to follow Max on Instagram. He's almost at 1,000 followers, so get him there, help out the boy. I'm stoked on what we were able to accomplish today. So this is kind of the layout. What we got here is a nice little drop in. So now when we get another foot of snow, what we're gonna be able to do is have a nice little platform to drop off of. We've created some support beams from the side so that there's all this weight on top of it, but it's supported, but we put it to the side so when you snowboard, you go straight down. Now, as far as getting enough speed, instead of like making a perfect ramp out, we wanted to drop vertical. The reason why we did that is we can pile in snow, and if we need to add more speed, we make it more vertical. If the logs were like literally embedded into the feature, we wouldn't have as much versatility. We wouldn't be able to gain the speed that we need. So if we keep it vertical, then after the fact, we can adjust, adapt, make it awesome. Now after that, we're going down here. Then we have all this room to do what we need to do. And as the snow falls, we get features, tubes, pipes, whatever it is. So then after that, we have so much room here that we can pretty much do what we want. So we have about 20 feet to turn speed check. And then we have about a 10-foot space for the feature. And then we have a landing. So we're starting to map that out in my head already. So we do have a bicycle rack, which we can use down here. We also have big shout out to my dad is going to make me a rail, whatever I want. I just need to tell him what I'm doing. And then after that, we can buy a tube. The thing is, I want it to be simple, but cool and creative, but how challenging do we want it to be? So you guys let me know what you guys think of this setup and what you would do if you had a backyard setup. Alrighty guys, fast forward a couple of days, we're back out here at the park. As you guys can see, it is totally different. So we're gonna pack down this little mound of snow here, right? Our little drop in, and then we're gonna pack the whole thing down and try to get a nice base layer. And then we're gonna figure out what we wanna slide. Kind of stoked. So let's jump right into kind of a little bit of the work, and then we're gonna go snowboard. Let's go. Oh, thought that was gonna follow me. All right guys, so as you've noticed, for you guys, the time lapse makes it super quick and stuff, but in the reality is, we spent a lot of time setting this bad boy up. So big respect and shout out to all the like crazy street riders that are putting in the work. And you see a 10-second clip, but there's hours, potentially days of work going into that clip. Also, for all you guys that building a backyard park, big shout out to you guys, because this stuff is not easy. There's so much that goes behind the scenes. So what we've done is we built the drop in, we built the run in, but we got to slide something. So we also got this bike rack that was donated to us, so big shout out to you. So what we're gonna do right now is we gotta make sure it's all lined up nice and pretty for us. So it's lined up. So what we're doing is I'm gonna start at the end of the feature. I'm gonna look uphill and see exactly, is it lined up towards the front of the jump or the center of the jump or center of the drop in, so it's nice and smooth and whatnot. And then we're gonna move it over a little bit, pack it down so the bad boy don't move. I'm trying to get out of the wind for you guys, but so if we were to use the bike rack as a traditional bike rack, there's so many little like welding points that are on it that makes it super sketchy. So I definitely didn't want to do that. So we flipped it over and we're gonna slide where we're not gonna die. Once we have it all lined up, the next thing we're gonna do is just build a little jump onto it, make sure that the bike rack is nice and stable and that it's nice and lined up. So that's what we're gonna do now. And then we're gonna go snowboard, we're gonna do some tricks. Are you guys hyped? Let me know in the comments down below what kind of tricks I should be doing on these, as well as what tricks should I be teaching you guys, because that's what the channel is about, is teaching you guys how to be more awesome. So leave that in the comments below. All right, so what you see there is Max is prepping the rail, trying to get this thing to slide good. So he's taking this little metal piece and trying to slide off all of the ice Also, what we're gonna do is gonna wax this thing up to make sure this thing slides. So if you guys are looking for wax at all, I do have a 20% discount code going on for just you guys. So it is Tommy20. I'm gonna put it up here. 20% off your first order. These guys are a local company. They're freaking amazing. I love their product. I'll be repping this and riding this stuff every single day. So we're gonna be using this stuff to make sure that our rail is sliding so we don't stick and die. All right, so Max and I did equal the work. So really, we're gonna have to play rock, paper, scissors to see who gets to go first. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, Max? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Max gets to go first. Oh, hey, that run-in is like, not the run-in, the run-in's fine, the drop in the speed, all that stuff is fine, but we put way too much salt. And as we go, or as I go off of the takeoff, I feel like I'm slowing down. It's like as if I'm hitting an e-brake. And then I get on the feature, I'm like, ah. So, and make sure you guys follow Max on Instagram. He's been helping me film a lot of this content and sharing the love. So give that dude a follow. His stuff is gonna be linked in the description below. Get him to 1,000 followers.
Attempt number 2.
3, 2, 1. Well, I'm not gonna count that one. I'm not gonna count it because I dragged my hand on the ground. I have to do another one, but we're losing light quick.
3.
3, 2, 1, drop.
That was it, dude.
Oh. Okay, so as I was going off of that thing, I like saw where I was. I thought I was gonna take out this little baby tree. So I threw it and I was like, wish me luck. And somehow I didn't die until I died. And this feature is way more sketchy and way more gnarly than you would think. It's just a little rail, but that's what makes it tough, is the thing is like this big and then you have no setup and no run out. But we're gonna end that there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. This has been a sick vlog, a sick time. So I hope you guys enjoy this style. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel because I'm putting out a whole bunch of how-to videos and then I'm gonna sprinkle in some vlogs, just a little behind the scenes stuff. So make sure you guys check that out. Love you, my dudes. We're out.